Blackstone Valley Sharpening again. Wanted to show you a little bit about how I work with Japanese knives. Now, these are done by hand because there's what's called a 15-degree compound angle on it. And there's two parts of this. And if you can see, there's a line up here, what's called a shinogi line. There's two basic parts of the blade. The edge and this shinogi line that's up here, you can see this little path they have in here for it. And what is happening is if you don't remove some metal from this area, this blade will get proportionally thicker over time and will have less and less of an edge here over time. So what I'm doing first here is removing some of that metal up to here, and then I'm going to work on a 15-degree bevel on the edge, and that takes two things. And I work with a Japanese whetstone here, and what we do is we draw the blade across it, moving very, very tiny amounts of metal on each pass. And that little bit of gray that you have coming up is that metal being slightly removed. And I'm going to take 3 passes on this side, and I'm going to take 3 passes on the other side as well. I've already done some of this work already, so I'm not spending as much time here as I would if I had just started on this blade, but I wanted to speed it up for this process. And now we have that shinogi line brought down, and what we're now going to do is work a little bit more on this edge, which is right along there, and create that cutting surface. It's already actually getting sharper just because I've done some improvement on the width of the blade. But now what I've got to do is actually bring the blade up a little bit, and then again I work doing this at a slightly bigger angle. And we're going to do 3 passes again on each side. We'll check it and do the other side. And what's important here is that I am keeping that bevel angle the same on both sides, and I'm removing the same amount of metal on both sides because we want to keep that blade even and centered so it's a smooth cut when your chef is using these. This is a very nice blade. Check it now. Yes, well, yep, if I'm not careful, that now would be getting to the point where I could just touch it like that and go from it. So that's Japanese. That's the beginning of it. There's a lot more work to do here. I'm going to finish up with this blade. Thank you.